PMAC Movies back in a new location. Location in the hizzy. At the dining room table, we got the coffee and tea station behind us, along with some of Jeremy's plants, I guess. But I did, since I've been on vacation here the last week, I did get some packages in before I went on vacation and after. As you can see, I do have the window right behind me, and it is bright. And you may say, PMAC, couldn't you find a better location than this? My answer to you is maybe, but let's try it out and see how it goes. I do have some hibiscus berry tea, organic, from a grocery. Actually, we bought this tea, you know how the grocery stores have like their own brand sort of thing, or I don't know if it's their own brand, but I've never seen the brand before. And, it was more affordable than some of the other organic brands by a large margin, and it actually tastes good. It's got various berries along with hibiscus in it. Hopefully it's cool enough for me to take a taste. So I have the berry tea and a little bit of maple syrup. Let's see how it is here. Still quite hot. Tastes good though. So this video is going to be a deep discount Blu-ray haul, with the main portion being the blowout bin, deep discount blowout bin titles. So to find the blowout bin, you just want to Google deep discount blowout bin, and then find the Blu-rays on it, or search for the Blu-rays, or you can just, if you're on like a desktop, you can just click it. And it'll show just the Blu-rays. But there are some phenomenal deals, pretty much all on releases from other countries. A lot of them are imprints, which we're going to take a look at. I've shown some of them off already. A fair amount have sold out. A fair amount are left. So if you have any interest in any of these, definitely take a look. Or any imprint movies. There's also a bunch of Canadian movies, which I'll talk about here. Not Canadian movies, but Canadian releases from VVS. What else do I want to say about these? I did order one and didn't receive it because it must have sold out right before I ordered it. It was The Gambler with Robert Duvall. So I was disappointed to not get that one, but still made out really good. These, after the 15% off code, these end up being about $10 each. I did grab a bunch of them. Some of these I only might have gotten a 10% off of, because it's like they always have a 10% off code, it seems like, and I was snagging them. That 15% off is every once in a while, pretty regular, but for these movies, you don't want to wait and then not get it at all. So 10%, you do it. And then some of them you can still get for 15%, but can't really complain. On PMAC Movies, we kick back, we relax, we drink tea, talk about movies. We're not in a hurry. We're not pandering to the mainstream ADHD crowd. Berry. All right. Let's take a look here. We do have Layla over here, by the way. Where is she? The movies are covering her. There she is. She's itchy. Poor doggy. Kind of hot for her. How you doing, Layla? She's just taking rest. Actually, the neighbor's son has a dog over here, and they were playing. They were getting along very well. They were best buds. They're about the same size, actually, even though it's supposed to be like a bigger breed, but they're about the same size. Here she is. She hears me now. She's getting up. Maybe she's going to her bed. Let's get into the movies, PMAC. Let's get into the movies. We don't need to know anything about your life. Just get to the movies. How dare you? Let's take a look at what we got. Some cool stuff, actually. I'll talk about all these. So we got the imprints, and then we got some others, including a brand new release. And by the way, if you enjoy PMAC movies, take a look at ways you can help support the channel in the description section. I only got like 5 fans left, so every little bit really helps. Why do I even bother making these anymore if I have 5 fans? Good question. That's why they seem to get more seldom. But I am going to make several videos right now, so you will get a couple here in the next few days. At least 2, probably. Let's move on. So this is a movie that I don't believe has a US Blu-ray, which is kind of surprising because I thought it was a pretty popular movie. Columbia Pictures put this out, starring Jack Nicholson, Helen Hunt, Greg Kinnear. I have the DVD of it. I remember enjoying the movie. I don't really remember much about it. It's as good as it gets here. And I think the guy, Jack Nicholson's character, has some issues. It says on the back that he's obsessive compulsive. Forced to babysit a dog. The unexpected act of kindness, along with waitress Carol Connolly, helps put Melvin back in the human race. So he gets back from like being a miserable old recluse. And Skeet Ulrich is in this. One of my favorites, Skeet Ulrich. I don't remember him being in this, so I wonder how big of a role he has. It's been a long time since I've seen it. And if you go on the Blu-ray.com message board, somebody said they got one of these imprints and it was like open, like it didn't have wrap and it had like a different disc in it. So you want to open them and make sure you're getting what you're supposed to. I have not opened these yet because I just got back from vacation yesterday and there's a lot to do. So I'll open these up probably after I make this video or tonight or something and take a look at these. What other movies out here are more ones that you may know? Let's take a look at those first. This is one that I have contemplated getting the Arrow release like several times. And I think I may have had a chance at it for $15. Which back in the day, you could get an Arrow release from these Arrow sales for less than $11 each from the UK. You can't do that anymore between shipping and having to pay taxes and all this nonsense. So I wasn't able to get it for that great of a price. So to be able to get it for, I believe it was $11 plus 10% off, because I ordered some of these when they were 10. Now it's 15. I believe this one's still available. So it was one I wanted. I do have the DVD of it, but I wanted the Blu-ray, and I got the Blu-ray. Again, another Columbia Pictures one from 1971, 1 hour and 32 minutes. It is Brotherhood of Satan here. I don't know like what the differences are between this release and the Arrow release. I believe, you know, there's probably a nice slipcover on the Arrow version and stuff like that. And I prefer the artwork on the Arrow version, but I'm not a huge artwork fan. If I can save $5 or so on this edition, and who knows, I mean, this edition could be better. I don't know. I think I looked into it briefly. I expect them to have very similar, if not the same, picture quality. And let's be realistic. PMAC ain't got time for special features. I work full time. I watch movies. I take care of my baby over here, my baby Layla. She is like taking care of a baby. She's over there like, how dare you? All right, tea break. It's the right temperature now. Okay. Let's see, what else we got in here? This is one that I believe, it was, you know, Shout Factory, Scream Factory put it out. I believe it was probably a Scream Factory. But this is actually looks like a nicer edition as far as the packaging. I almost got it, I think maybe during buy two, get one sales, but it would have been like $16, $17. I do want some Charlton Heston movies, and we got The Awakening here from Imprint on Blu-ray. So this may be some of the, a lot of imprints are region free. most of them, I believe, are. I'm not sure if this one will be, because we do have the Scream Factory release here. From 1980, an hour and 45 minutes, like I said, Charlton Heston and Susanna York. Not a very highly regarded movie, but if Charlton Heston's in it, you gotta have it. It's Charlton. So this one gets the nice slip box and stuff. That the Scream Factory one, I don't think had a slip cover or anything like that. So this is actually the preferred version for about half the price. You're getting this for like it was like $11 and 10% off. So you're getting this for around $10. That is a beer me, and Charlton Heston would be very excited about it. Yeah, I was glad to be able to get this for that price, and it's directed by Mike Newell. Let's take a look at what it's about, baby. Kara is 3,800 years old. She has lain in darkness, her resting place known to none. Treasures beyond reckoning lie within reach. Tomb walls are adorned with hieroglyphics. They prescribe the formula for Kara's reincarnation. Whoever discovers her is fated. That's an interesting little snippet on the back. The Awakening. You beer yourself. I believe this was a fairly, movie that I'd heard of quite a bit. I really don't know much about it, honestly. I see it's a Gus Van Sant movie starring Matt Dillon and Kelly Lynch, and it is Drugstore Cowboy. Yeah, I really know very little about this. I thought this got a U.S. release. It does say Lionsgate on the back. I was thinking that this had a Criterion edition, but I may be thinking of a totally different movie. Let's take a look here and see. I can look it up real quick. I'm not going to waste too much of your time. Drugstore Cowboy. Did it not get a U.S. release at all? Yeah, it doesn't look like it got a release at all here in the U.S. This is from 1989. It is 1 hour and 40 minutes. The back description says, an addicted husband and wife team and a younger couple of thieves resort to robbing drugstores to stay high. The foursome skillfully skirt the law until the day their luck begins to change. Interesting. So, I mean, it's interesting that a lot of crime these days is addiction related, or definitely drug related. But then, you got the selling, and then you have the using and the crime that comes from the people using, robbing and things like that. But we'll take a look. I've never seen it. Got a little Gus Van Sant, and we got a tea break between each movie. We need to do a tea break. Quick. I didn't know too much about any of these. This one's a David Lynch movie, apparently. I had never known anything about this. But once I found out it was a David Lynch movie, I had to. Ooh, this has got a spine slash on it. That's not good. It is The Straight Story here on Blu-ray. I hope none of these other ones got spine slashes. Ooh. As Good as It Gets also has a spine... What the freak? Got bad luck, I guess. I didn't even notice that on any of the other ones. The Straight Story, David Lynch, spine slash. So yeah, I don't know much about this. It says 73-year-old Alvin Straight decides to travel from his home in Lawrence, Iowa to Mount Zion, Wisconsin to mend his relationship with his estranged older brother. There's a slightly quirky twist. Alvin insists on making the 317-mile journey on his own, on his lawnmower. Huh. That's interesting. Hopefully we don't have any more spine slashes. Up next we have Jeremy Irons in a film directed by Wayne Wang, also starring Gong Li. It is Chinese Box. Again, a movie that I really know basically nothing about, from 1997. 1 hour and 39 minutes. It says, Hong Kong, as the sun sets on the night of June 30th, 97, 3 people reach their moment of self-discovery, and like this vital city which has provided the setting for their personal dramas, they now face their separate destinies. So this was, when was this put out? Do these have copyrights on them? I don't see it. I don't see a copyright for the actual set. So we'll move on to the next one, which is not spine slashed, it looks like. That's good. The Assassination Bureau. Do all these say limited on them? This says limited. The Assassination Bureau. So this is from 1969, 1 hour and 50 minutes, starring Oliver Reed. It says a comprehensive service is offered by the Assassination Bureau. Limited. Oh, okay. So that's... Is that part of the title? It says limited. No social or political bias, just murders of fine art. When a determined young reporter cheekily names the Bureau's chairman, Ivan Dragomilov, as her victim, he accepts her commission as a means to revitalize his flagging organization. Again, I didn't know much about this movie, but that was a beer me for an imprint. And then we have, does this have a spine slash? I don't see one. It is Reflection, a Reflection of Fear, which looks like an interesting one. From 1972, 1 hour and 29 minutes. Starring Robert Shaw, Sandra Locke, and it says, the fragile world of a disturbed young woman living in a remote New England house is further shaken when her father turns up with a woman he introduces as his fiancée. This sounds like an interesting one. I like these kind of like psychological movies where you don't... It sounds like maybe you don't know exactly what's going on, what's real, what isn't. You're getting it from like her perspective. And then we have a box set. So this one was like $22 minus the 10%. We have the Browning version collection here. So this is the more recent Browning version with Albert Finney. And then this is the, I guess, original with Michael Redgrave. I think maybe this was based on a book I read. Not that I've read the book, but I read that it was based on a book, I think. So this is a 2-disc limited edition. And this, it looks like, was originally a Paramount release. Inside, the box is like the same as the, what is it, Lonesome Dove. So it's like that nice kind of box. And then it like pops off here. And then I think they'll, well, I'll have to open it and see here after this. So we do have, like I said, we got a couple spine slashes in here, which is always not good. So as good as it gets in the straight story, I'm going to have to take a look at. I don't think if any of the others got it. Doesn't look like it. And then when it gets a spine slash like that, you got to see, does it actually go into the artwork? Or is it just a case? Ooh, it looks like it may. Looks like it may be going into the artwork. Well, that sucks. But you know, you're just trying to get mint edition items nowadays. It's just not going to happen. People don't give a shit at their jobs anymore. Let's continue on, though. I did get a few more that weren't imprint. This was a really good deal. This was like $7. And then I think I used the 15% off code for this, so like $6 maybe for this. The James Dean collection with East of Eden, A Rebel Without a Cause, and Giant. Yeah, I think I only have one of these on Blu-ray. Maybe, I probably have Giant on DVD. I think maybe East of Eden I have on Blu-ray. But to be able to get these for that cheap, and it actually, I didn't even know it was like in a box with the 3 separate ones. So this is a really nice set. It might still be available there on deep discount. You should grab that one if it's still available. I don't know that this got a U.S. release either. It is Tom Hanks and Meg Ryan in Sleepless in Seattle. This was like $4 before the discount. And I don't even have this on DVD, so I decided to go ahead and get it. It is a universal release. And it looks like it's region free according to the back. Maybe this did get a U.S. release, possibly, but it's never been that cheap. I don't remember ever like seeing it for a decent deal. Then we got a movie called Chopper, starring Eric Bana. I think at least part of this is like a prison movie, and I do tend to like Eric Bana. I believe this is an Australian movie also, put out by Madman Films. So it says 20th anniversary on it. This was very, very affordable, like $5. I figured for $5 I should get it. Some people are saying it was pretty good. Then this is kind of a cool one here. This is now $4 on deep discount. I actually ordered it when it was 11, and I'm gonna have to try to get some money. We'll see if I can get some money back, but it's $4 now. There is no U.S. Blu-ray release of this. Probably a DVD. I don't even know. So this is the Canadian VVS Films release of Boss Level. It seems like something that Lionsgate would put out, but they didn't for some reason. You got Mel Gibson. You got, what's his face? Frank Grillo, who's pretty good. Naomi Watts, Michelle Yeoh. And this is actually supposed to be a pretty decent movie. On the back, it says, a highly entertaining sci-fi action romp from Matt's Movie Reviews. In the synopsis, it says, a retired Special Forces officer is trapped in a never-ending time loop on the day of his death. I love movies like that, too, that have, like, the repeating thing. So, I'm excited. I did watch part of this, but it was on, like, a website thing, and it was just a pain in the ass to watch. So now I'll be able to watch the whole thing on Blu-ray home video. And then lastly, I did get a new release. I ponied up almost $20 for this baby. But you pony up what you need to for little Tom Selleck here in Lassiter. You gotta snag Tom Selleck. You just have to. He's that damn good. I don't know if this has any special features even. Look at the back of it. It's very like plain. It doesn't say that it has any special features. Also, Jane Seymour. She back in, I mean, even as an older woman, she's attractive, but in her youth, pretty good. So we got Lassiter. On the back, it's interesting. It says, copyright 2010, Fortune Star Media Limited. I wonder how the picture quality is on this. Interesting. All right, but that is everything I snagged up here. So, hope you enjoyed. I have a bunch more, so we'll see what I do as far as another video here. And let me know your comments on anything I snagged up. Let me know what you snagged up from Deep Discount. And we will see you on the next PMAC Movies video. On PMAC Movies.